making our way downtown. As we're making our way downtown, we get news. First, we run into some old friends. They're
the ladies,
the old ladies. We run into an old lady friend, and she's
the other old lady friend. Yes,
the other old lady friend. Run into her, have a little chat.
Wait, time out. Who is she again?
So do you remember when we were? So after we ran back into Edmund when we were in the Undead, and he took us back to the barracks. And
correct.
After the hallway fight with the guards, before we all climbed into one bunk and went to bed, Hunter spoke to that woman, and she was like, who had seen
yes,
that's her. So that's the one who knew
other Hunter's
mom.
Yeah, sure.
So that was like that was our little first inclination of like, that's weird. Why do people recognize the Hunter? Hunter's never been here before. So
correct.
Weird.
Okay.
So we ran into her, had a little chat, talked about, how things are going.
Had a little chat. I remember listening to this.
Yeah, had a little chat.
You had a little bit of a crisis.
I did. About, my relationship status and like in having to talk to Edmund about the fact of like, hey, but I'm not gonna age and die, probably. We need to talk about what that means. Whatever. Then Wayne heard about a big old family reunion and the real big gossip train happening, so we went to find that for some psychic visions. Wayne got some visions that he has not shared with us, but he seems a little spooked about. And so, So he decided, So he was like, you know what? He's like, you guys go ahead. I know where I'm going. I'll catch up to you. I'm just gonna stay here and try to like suss some things out real quick. BRB. So we were like, okay, that's fine. We're like a day away. We'll see you soon. Go into Stormhold. Now we're ghosts. I am mostly ghostly at this point.
Yeah, you're ghosts.
Yeah, I am mostly ghostly at this point. We got
mostly ghostly.
Some putties showed up. That was fun. Not fun for our characters. I loved them on a personal, spiritual level. We did the Stairmaster for a while, and then we talked to your mom.
The big white X. Yes.
Yeah. And then we talked to we're talking to the Raven Queen, and we're like, hey, babe, what if we just like, do you want to have a coup? Let's do a coup. And that's where we are.
That's right. Yeah. You're talking to me, mama.
Queen King. So, like, I'm not going to listen to you.
See, brother. I always knew she was good at horror. She is a good person. She is mommy.
Listen, Death is the great unifier of the world. So, like, yeah, true. She's like middle. She's just like
middle good.
She is.
She just called your goddess mid. So
she is.
Take that into your heart.
On a non-related like level, like lots of respect to the Morgan, the triple goddess, the balance of the earth, and things like that. Facts are facts.
She heard you.
Facts are facts. It's the great equalizer. It is in the middle. That is her domain.
Here's good. True. Here's evil. Here's her. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In the middle, good.
Mm-hmm. In the middle, good.
In the middle,
good.
So yeah, that is where
wrong being in the middle, good.
That's where we're at.
Cool.
And that's what you missed.
Oh, you great. No, wait.
No.
Oh, God. Just like, sorry, I have to fight back the headaches real quick. The flashing Anyway.
We were over the musical numbers, because there were a couple musical numbers in there, but I guess it's kind of hard to get the essence of that when you're just
you
like
did miss the musical episode, Raph.
Good.
Yeah, it was a good one, but
we also didn't publish it. It's just for us.
Yeah. I mean, you had to be there. If you weren't there, why would I give you the opportunity? You fucked up. I didn't fuck up.
Listen.
So many notebooks in my notes.
This session will probably finish off this notebook, and then it will be.
Wow.
I can only assume that every page of every one of those notebooks, Corey, just says the baby in the basket.
Float on down the river.
Float on down the river.
The Shining style.
Oh, hey, William.
What's
give
up?
Me my inspiration.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. You earned it. I'll give you inspiration.
inspiration for?
Ew.
Suffering.
It wasn't suffering.
It wasn't suffering. No. I managed to weave the put the baby in the basket into what my first line as my character in They Call Us Villains.
Nice.
Hell
They
yeah!
should cue a challenge from the chat, and Q delivered.
Incredible.
Float it on down the river.
Baby in the basket, put it on down the river.
Baby in the basket. I had to make sure that it would like fit. So even when Scylla was like, "Hey, you're here," I was like, distracted. Sketch. Look it's a baby in a basket.
It was a good setup. He was like, I drew a baby. It's in a basket.
Let that bad boy down on the river.
Incredible. God, when are we getting that tattooed, gang?
I'm not doing that.
When are you coming back and be here for the tattooing?
I'm not tattooing the baby in the basket.
Raph, I'll get a class reunion tattoo with you. Maybe not that.
You want my baby to float on down?
No. Sorry.
What else could it be?
We'll have to figure it out.
Could be Clown Baby Corey.
It's
We could all get Clown Baby Corey tattoos.
I want to show it now, but
I was thinking maybe like the wyvern badge, but like
It was
sure,
a
maybe.
gift. It's something beautiful that Rolf gave me, but
It is
Yeah, I painted that.
Yeah, Rolf
I don't
painted
think I
that.
knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that
Can I
either.
show
thought
it
that
with
was-
a trigger warning?
We'll issue a content warning that if anybody really doesn't like clowns,
Yeah.
they look
If you don't
away.
like babies dressed as clowns,
Yeah.
probably look away now.
Hold on, let him get it out first before people are looking away for nothing. All right, ready? All right, it is clown time.
Oh no.
Is this a bit? This is a confusing bit. There it is.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, you were jump scaring.
It's me, Corey. I love you all.
Okay,
Strange
clown time is over.
Clown
You can look-
hours.
Clown
Clown
hours
Clown
are-
hours are over.
Listen, that didn't come out of just my imagination, okay?
That's
I
a
didn't
picture of
dream
me.
up Baby Clown Corey.
That's a real picture of me.
Yeah, it's based off a real picture.
I see.
Really cute.
It's very cute. I don't know why there's so many haters out there.
We hate
Okay,
them.
listen,
I'm
I'm not a hater. I'm just not a participator. You know what I mean?
Clowns.
Good.
I'm vaguely immune to clowns because of how much I was exposed to them as a child, so like it's fine.
Don't say that.
I've shown you that picture in my
I know
grandparents.
the context, but don't just put it out there on the internet that you were exposed to clowns as a
The
child.
context.
There's just there's just a lot of clowns growing up. There's a picture I can show you of like all these masks on. There's just me as a child.
Like glare. It's better.
It is a real picture. That
It's
is
cute.
a
A real
picture of you.
It's a real picture.
It's cute.
Trigger
It's real
warning.
cute.
Picture-in-picture clown.
Also, you're definitely underselling this, Julia. Your grandparents, don't they have a clown room?
That's a pretty
No,
fucking
no, no.
good
They have a
artwork
rusty
right
wall.
I
there.
love a clown room.
They have a Rusty Wallace room.
Thanks,
the
Rob.
NASCAR racer.
What?
A Rusty
What a
Wallace.
great gift.
Raph, did you
Who's
say
Rusty
love a clown
Wallace?
room?
That's not a Rusty Wallace. A Rusty
Yeah.
Wallace is when you.
No.
Wait,
No.
Rusty
I don't wanna know.
Wallace.
He is a
Feet.
NASCAR racer.
Feet. Gotta keep your algorithm going.
Gotta
That's
fix it, dude.
This
Bro.
There's
is-
no
I
feet here. It's just cars. Ew.
NASCAR racer.
I'll get like a bunch of TikToks for like the same shit, and I'll be like, ha ha ha, that's funny for the first like 30, and then I'm like, I'm so tired of seeing this, and I'll start doing like not interested. But you have to do so many not interested to dig yourself out of that hole. Like I get so many
Wow.
JoJo Siwa TikToks right
You know
now. I'm
what?
like over it, dude. I'm fucking over
You know what
it, dude.
actually gets rid of that faster?
What?
And this is something that my sister used to do when she'd get like the Purge ads, and because she hates that franchise, is you just start Googling how much you hate that thing, and then you verbally say it out loud, and it will stop showing up because the algorithm.
I
You have to-
hate JoJo
Saying not interested doesn't work with how the algorithm works. You have to explicitly go into like your search engines and things and like state it, and then the algorithm is like, oh, okay.
The TikToks I get are about how much I dislike JoJo Siwa. So do I have to be like, yeah, man, I really love JoJo Siwa, and then I'm gonna
think
keep
TikTok-
getting JoJo Siwa TikToks, but they're gonna be like super positive.
I think your algorithm just realizes that you're a hater.
Right.
Yeah.
Genuinely. If you haven't realized that yet, what you been doing? Where you
What
been?
did JoJo Siwa do to you? No, never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't
She
answer.
goofing right now, dude. She being goofy as
Do you know
hell.
that? Do you know that baby Q?
Do you want
Q
in
is
the
a
back?
Go on.
It was so,
Was there more to that?
so aggressive. You know that baby Q?
That
What
shit
do
in
you
a
mean?
basket. Put it on down the river.
No, can't say that I do.
That's JoJo.
Okay.
Hey,
If
we're
there, was
live from
a,
the apocalypse.
if there was a supervillain with like a babyfication ray and one of the 5 of us had to get babyfied, who should we babyfy?
That's the plot of Sky High.
I was going to say, that's just Sky High. So,
It's a crossover.
Anyway,
Probably
what's
Rob.
up?
I would
Rob.
babyfy Rob.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're in our Saturday morning cartoon era, which means that we can now do class reunion babies.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Yes, something no one ever asked for, but will be shoved down everyone's throats for
Yeah.
so long until it's finally canceled.
The show
Just
that you
go-
watch when you're home from school and you have like the flu and you're having a fever dream watching Cartoon Network at 9:45 on a Tuesday.
Nah, I used to watch Court TV when I was
Court
little.
TV, like Judge Judy.
I used to watch Price is Right.
Sick.
Well, it was
With
actually like
Drew
Judge Mathis
Carey?
and Judge Joe Brown were the ones who were on during like the daytime. Judge Judy they saved for like after people came home from work.
You got like Judge Brown, wasn't he one?
Judge Joe Brown, Judge
Joe
Mathis,
Brown.
Divorce Court, the People's Court. Yeah, I watched all that shit.
You know what TikToks I have been getting are from Maury, and it's so funny, dude. They're like, there'll be like 3 dudes on the stage, and they'll be like, one of them is like, "That is my baby," and the other 2 are like, "That is not my baby," and then Maury will go down the line and be like, "You are not the father," and they're like, "Whoa!" And then they'll get to the second guy, and they're like, "You are not the father," and they're like, "Whoa!" And then he does like a backflip, and then they get to the first guy who wants the baby to be his, and he's like, "You are not the father." They're like,
Devastated.
"No!" And then he takes the ring off his finger and he throws it at the ground. Anyway, welcome to class reunion. My name's Pookie. This is a show about 6 high school seniors six high schoolers from Ohio who went into another world and learned magic and learned how to love.
Was it
That's it for today.
Each
folks.
other and themselves.
Back
Was
to
it-
you,
found it.
Daddy Mommy.
I found it, Ref.
What is
Wait, what'd you find?
The picture of me as a child with all the
Things are
masks.
happening.
Yes. Okay. Take control of the room, Will, please.
I was gonna let
Control your
Corey do
will.
the intro.
That's how I remember it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Hi, we're live from the apocalypse. If you've never caught us before, we are a not-for-profit TTRPG studio that makes actual play content like podcasts and streams. This is a stream, in case you were wondering, to raise money for nonprofits and aid organizations and other important causes like that. And we're currently raising money for Doctors Without Borders and the very important and critical work that they're doing in Gaza currently. If you like what you see here, we just ask that instead of doing the normal twitch.tv things like subscribing or giving us bits or interacting with fake cyber currency in any way, shape, or form, you just take the $5 or the $6 or whatever you would have given to the subscription and give it directly to Doctors Without Borders instead, because they will do very good and important things with it. And we do this mostly. We just talk about bullshit and then sometimes play D&D for a few minutes. Yeah, they'll do much better and important things with it. So yeah, we've hidden the subscribe button to that end. You can seek it at your own peril, but I can't speak for what you may find if you go looking for that. Other than that, give money to Doctors Without Borders. Don't give money to us. There'll be an alert that triggers if you do that. The McElroy brothers will yell at us and interrupt whatever is going on. And if you are able to look at the subscribe button, we cannot stop you from clicking it because, of course, I was doing so good.
You were doing so
I
well.
was doing so good. If you subscribe, just be aware the beloved Dimension 20 Dungeon Master, Brandon Lee Mulligan, will kill a dog. He will murder 1 dog for every month you have been subscribed to this channel. That is a guarantee and a threat. at the same time. So you can subscribe. We can't stop you. We can't turn the feature off. Sometimes we occasionally
just
are.
fucking grip it, baby. Slop that down, dude. Shit, yeah, dude.
Thank you,
Crack one for the big
Cass.
Thank you,
boy.
Cass.
Yeah.
We can't stop you. But just be aware that dogs will pay the ultimate price. So maybe just give money to Doctors Without Borders instead.
Oh yeah.
Just like
Dogs.
Cass just did. So all of that being said, I think that's most of the stuff and the things. This is Class Reunion. This is, in fact, as Corey very accurately stated before, a game about 5 high school students from Ohio who have been trapped in a fantasy world for 10 years. They have grown up and have recently been brought back together to discover their ultimate magical destiny that awaits for them. And yeah, that's what this game is about. So we'll go around and we'll do our introductions. But we are, sadly, normally JD kicks us off. Oh, there it is.
Gonna kill that dog.
He's the bad guy.
Hey.
All the bad guys.
Thanks, man. Nice.
Well, that's what happens.
That's 21
Heck
dogs.
yeah.
21 Dogs.
Woo.
My favorite band.
Fuck them dogs.
Cool. Yeah, we'll go around and do our introductions. JD, unfortunately, is not here. I think this may be the first stream that JD has ever missed. It's definitely the first Class Reunion stream that JD has ever missed, I think. JD is not usually absent from these things, but JD is currently somewhere having fun. And we love that for them. So we'll skip JD, and that means that we will move right on and down the line to Raph. You're up first. Welcome back. Where you been?
Welcome back, everybody. I've been around. I've been doing things. And now I was under the ground. I was in the dirt. I guess I technically am still in the dirt. And I'm also, I'm in a hole. It's dark and it's sad, but also very loving. You know what I mean? I'm learning a lot in this hole. I'm Max Miller. What else? How do we do this again?
You say some unhinged shit. Like men love him, birds fear him, or the opposite of that, or like.
You talk about how
I'm
tall
Max
he is.
Miller.
Yeah.
I'm Max Miller. I'm 8'9", and I'm in a dirty hole right now.
You're done. You're done. Julia.
Fine.
Hello, I'm Julia. I'm the local Delaware cryptid. I play Kelly Violet, who is the rogue cleric hybrid. She's mostly ghostly right now, on a hunt to find out where her clerical patron is. Where is the big purple bird? That is the number one question on her mind. Also, starting family conflict among siblings.
That's extremely fair. That is extremely fair. Corey?
Hey, it's me, Corey. I play Wayne Hovacek, greatest Gritsky player of all time. So good that I had to retire. But the league seems to be coming back, so I may have to come in and show these whippersnappers how it's done. I'm a paladin, and I don't say unhinged shit. Just keep it level, keep it even. This is Juniper. She's cute. Just kind of hanging on until they start playing the music, playing me off. What do you see, Juniper? What do you see? What's that? She's looking how I look when I start the stream.
She's clearly singing the death of 1,000 worlds.
Hold on.
A long kitty. She got big. She used to be a little kitten. Now she's big. She's a big old cat.
Holy shit.
Anyway, my name's Corey. I play Wayne Hovacek, the greatest Gretzky player of all time.
Oh, I
So
heard
good that I had to retire from the league, but it seems like the league may be coming back. So I may have to come back in and show these whippersnappers how it's done. My name's Wayne Hovacek. I play Corey, the greatest Gretzky player of all
What is
time.
happening?
I'm crying. Journey's face. Holy shit. Corey's just gonna keep going for a while. That's fine. We've muted Corey, so he'll get it out of his system, and then we'll circle back to play the game. Hello, hi. My name is Will. I am the storyteller of this game that we do play. Believe it or not, we will be actually playing some D&D today. But I run a bunch of other stuff on the channel. I'm one of the organizers and the storytellers here, live from the apocalypse, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything you need to know. I logged back into Twitter last night. That was an experience because I had to find something. I had to find something in like my DMs that I don't think existed anywhere else. That was an experience. So I don't know. That's the thing now. I don't know if I'm gonna still be there. It's weird. It's a weird
You
place.
just left the thirst trap.
I did drop a bunch of thirst traps. Yeah, at a Will M Scream if you want to go find those.
The first thing I see back from you is like thirst trap.
Well, I was like, because I had to log back in to find something, and I was like, oh, this is my old like promo photo, and then I was like, let me update that, and then I was like, well, while I'm here,
mine as well.
well.
Right, just showing skin. You absolute harlot.
Hey, speaking of harlots, special guest Q.
Me, thank you. He knows it's fine. Hi, I'm Q. I'm playing Kira, who is a Tua astral self monk, here to get his kisses in, though maybe not. Who knows? We're kind of a ghost right now, right? We're still ghosty. Yeah, so don't love that.
I appreciate that you're still being introduced as a special guest when it's been maybe 9 months.
Listen,
I was gonna say, I was like, I can send an email to Ariel. We can get some art going and put you in real permanent.
At this point, it's mostly up to Q. So I keep saying special guest, but Q is like, because Q has been like, how long do you want me on the show? And I'm like, how long do you want to be here? And Q hasn't given me an answer. So
it's because I don't fucking know, dude. I'm out here vibing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I work on a vibe-based economy, and that's just how it is.
Absolutely.
We do love to see it.
We do.
The vibes are immaculate. So.
All right. Well, without further ado, with all that being said, I think we'll probably just go ahead and get into our game. It's been 30 minutes. It's fine.
40 minutes.
Now I'm looking at we've only been live for 34 minutes, and 10 of those were the music at the beginning of the stream.
Oh, that's wait. Where do I find this information?
I don't know.
It's right next to where it tells you how many people are watching.
Oh yeah, 34 minutes and 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds.
Oh, that's interesting. The OBS timer is like 8 seconds ahead.
I was gonna say mine is in the 30s, so that's interesting.
Oh.
So how are you in the future and the past, Raph? What the fuck?
Time zones.
Okay, shine.
Time zones.
What a fucked up little concept.
Thank you, Will.
So strange that we live on a ball.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So where we are going to begin is a place that is familiar to most of you, except of course for Kira, who has never been to Avalon, Ohio. It's, at least in this world, this version, a small town. but it's a friendly place for the most part. People know each other. And despite its size, it's also a busy place. Normally. Except right now, of course, the streets are empty. It appears deserted. Parts of it look out of place. They look strange and distorted. Some buildings are a little too tall, some shadows a little too deep. The clouds overhead in the sky move a little too fast. And that, I think, is where we find Max Miller. Max.
Mm-hmm.
You just got done saying goodbye to Simon. Now, you're left here alone in this place, which doesn't seem quite as odd or threatening or dark as it did before. It feels like the start of something. There's a certain promise in the air of a new day and what might follow along afterwards. And you watched as everyone gathered for your execution disappeared in the aftermath of you learning to forgive and accept certain parts of yourself. But now you realize that you're not alone here the way you thought you were. You're still sort of facing that makeshift stage outside of the town hall. You can still almost feel the shape of Simon in your arms right before he disappeared. And somehow you know that someone is standing behind you.
I turn. I
And
think
you
there's
see
still there's probably still some dried tears and stuff on his face.
Joanne Miller standing there. Your
God
mother.
damn it. Mom?
And she meets your eyes, and you realize that she meets your eyes, and you realize that in every way, it looks like your mom is standing in front of you, except that you're used to your mom looking tired or a little exasperated or even happy or sad sometimes. Like anybody else, your mom is an expressive person. You're really only met with impassivity, almost a coldness. There's no expression on her face that you can read. She says, "Not exactly."
Who are you?
"You know who I am, Max." "Even if this is the form that your mind has chosen for me."
Why are you here? Am I dying?
"Not any longer."
You're trying to make another deal? I don't really have much to offer.
"Why would I need to make another deal with you when our first deal is still very much in effect?"
Then what are you doing here?
"Because you can't sleep in the ground, Max. You're needed for what's to come."
I mean, I'd like to leave, but there's a certain someone that I believe you know that is, well, keeping the lid on tight, I guess.
"Then it's fortunate that I'm not spending much time in the world of the living these days." She will hold out a hand.
Okay. Max reaches out.
And you take her hands,
Mm-hmm.
and Avalon, Ohio melts away around you. It starts to dissolve into pigment and color, noise, and those begin to run down the walls almost as if you were in a box. And on the other side, there's only darkness, but a thin sort of fog hangs in the air, and especially around your feet. She takes your hand and she begins to walk with you. She says, I am pleased that you did not die.
I mean, me too, you know?
I have little
And my,
understanding of what took place.
Hmm,
But you
I
seem in better
guess,
spirits.
yeah. You've been in my mind before, in my room. This time was better, I guess. It wasn't exactly like the real thing, like the real Avalon. But it's strange. I didn't think I would miss it so much. But living sounds good.
I once heard someone say that home isn't the place you stay forever. It's the place you always come back to.
Well, I'm not home yet.
Nor am I, Max Miller. Nor am I.
Where is your home? Really?
My home is, for the first time, you almost see a hint of something cross her face. Like longing, maybe, or sadness or loneliness. It's hard to place, but it just sort of barely touches the edges. It's present in like a slight furrowing of the brow. My home is far from here. Not a place, not exactly, not in the same way. It's a world of infinite possibilities, where anything and everything can happen and is happening and will happen at the same time. Place of absolute freedom from identity and form and function. It's peace and it's chaos. And it's what was here long before anything else. And it's what will remain long after everything else is gone.
You know, he also spoke of freedom, peace.
We are still family after all.
I feel like his is a little different.
Tell me what you learned, Max.
Was this a test or something?
We don't. We don't learn. We don't change. At our core, we are as we were the day that we stepped foot in this world. But you, your greatest strength and what fascinates us endlessly, what hypnotizes us and pulls us in, is that you change. When I met you for that first time, if there had been another version of yourself present, you would have killed them. But instead, you embraced them. So what have you learned, Max?
I wish I could fully understand it. But I suppose, I mean, you kind of said it. You can try to kill another part of you, but it's going to live inside of you forever. Killing it or trying to doesn't make you stronger. It doesn't make people care more. It doesn't make you care more. You are made up of every single person that lives in you, every single you that lives in you. I've always fought, even since before I came here. I've fought other people. I've fought the system, or I guess my perception of it. And when I arrived, I fought my friends. I fought the people who cared for me. And I fought myself. I'm still very good at fighting. But sometimes you don't always need to throw a fist. Not at yourself.
The mist around you has started to grow thicker until it's hard for you to see beyond a couple of feet in any direction. You can really only see Joanne Miller standing beside you. And as she turns and looks at you, as the mist closes in around you, you can only see each other. And the face of your mother melts away and leaves behind the Raven Queen in her place. Silvery hair, impossible, unsettling beauty in her features, sharply pointed ears, and the golden eyes. Raven. And there's still very little emotion in her face. She'll raise one hand and kind of touch it to your cheek. And she'll say, "What I say to you now, I've not said in more than 100 years. But, Max Miller, I am the Morrigan. And I am here to bring you rest, warrior." The fog swirls in tightly around the two of you, and you lose track of her. Back in Blackwing Tower, you've been having conversation with the Morrigan for some time now. And I think as she has been talking, Kelly and Kira, you've been noticing something changing in Hunter, the specter of Hunter that stands beside you. They appear to be unsteady, not just on their feet, but also the image of them that you perceive seems to be flickering like a bad TV signal. And then, as the Morrigan finishes what it is that she's been saying to you, as she says, that you should start talking about your plans. Hunter disappears for a full 5 seconds. The Morgan stops talking and she directs her attention to where they were standing a second ago, and I'm sure the rest of you direct your gaze in that direction as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter reappears, but Hunter now is on the ground. And their eyes are open, but they don't seem to be seeing anything. You don't breathe when you are mostly ghostly, but they appear to be hyperventilating.
Uh,
Don't like that. Don't love that.
Gonna look at the Raven Queen. What's
I'll check on.
happening?
Yeah.
Her eyebrows have knit together, but not in concern, of course.
Mhm.
She kind of cocks her head in a very bird-like gesture. Strange.
You got a little more to add to that?
Mm-hmm.
Strange, you've never seen this. Strange, you haven't seen this in a long time. Strange. Derogatory? What do you want?
They are weak. Weaker than they should be. Even with your altercations with the hungry ghosts outside, they've lost too much.
Too much what?
Call it what you will. Spirit, soul.
Can you give it back?
I cannot. It's not in my possession.
If you make them whole again, if you make them flesh again, will that help? Will that stop?
They can't be flesh again.
Why not?
Because when you are alive, your spirit infuses every inch of your body. And if you stretch it too thin, light can go out. Quite simply, there's not enough here to fill the vessel.
Didn't stop Kelly.
I was gonna say, there doesn't really. I have been less than full for 3, almost 4 years now.
If you would like me to do to them what was done to you, if you'd wish that life for them, then that is within my power.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm saying
You were kept alive by stranger magics, Kelly Violet. They are within my power to replicate, but might be kinder to simply let them die.
that's not an option.
As you say.
What?
Well, can the cauldron fix it?
In a way. Yes.
What does that mean?
Though we slumbered for 1,000 years, we weren't unaware of what took place in the outside world. If you try to transplant without the correct donor, can have dire consequences. What fills you up, what dwells within you, is what makes you you. You introduce a new element, you're hardly yourself anymore.
So, what do we do?
Well, that is the question. Part of your friend is missing.
You're not. Other hunter went with Ryan back to the Archidemium, or somewhere near there. You're not talking about them, are you?
I'm afraid that you are assuming a bit too much interest on my part in your prior adventures.
I'm sorry, you were present in Barrow. I thought you might take an interest.
I was there for a very particular reason. But I'm afraid that even if you were to know the location of what your friend is missing, it's beyond my ability to fix.
I'm not. You misunderstand what I'm asking of you. I'm not asking you to fix it. I'm asking you if it can be. If we can. I don't care if you can or will or won't. You as a general sense, I don't think we need you to take care of our problems. I think we need you to take care of your problems. Your brother. Be half of the bargain that gets you home. I'm asking you not to talk riddles around us. Is it something we can fix?
Two halves can be made whole.
Okay.
Though I can't say that I appreciate your tone,
People generally don't.
especially not when I have returned to you what was lost. And she will step to the side. She'll take one quick step to the side, and physically, this doesn't make sense because, as previously stated, Max Miller is 8 feet and 6 inches tall. And the Morgan is certainly not. But as she does so, Max Miller is, in fact, standing there. Not quite solid. Clearly not quite in the flesh, similar to how none of you are.
Can I see everyone? Can I see? Am I there?
Yeah, the mists part.
Well,
And you see Kelly, you see Wayne, and you see Kira,
wait.
and you see Hunter. Or no, sorry, you don't see Wayne. That's my bad. I fucked up. Yeah. That's my bad. We'll retcon that real quick.
Run that
There's
back.
a Wayne
Run
with
that
a
back.
problem.
Run that back.
Open up a whole can of worms.
Wayne just kicks open the door. He's like
Yeah.
heavy breathing after all the
Hey, I'm
stairs.
sorry I was
Ranch,
late.
I would say.
Sorry.
No, retcon that. Run that back real quick. You
Yeah.
see Kira, you see Kelly, and then you see Hunter. Although Hunter has looked better.
I think Max would just run toward Kelly and Kira. And probably give them a big hug until he notices Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
This just happened. We were talking about how to fix it.
Don't you have some sort of healing ability?
We're not in our bodies right now.
Just sort of.
Remember when we were in Barrow and you can't use healing magic on the undead?
Okay, then some sort of, I don't know, poison ability? Is it the opposite?
Are you? You just got back.
I did, and the first thing I see is Hunter hyperventilating on the floor, dying, it looks like.
Yeah, but why would poisoning Hunter help?
I don't know. I just got back.
Okay. Then maybe take a second to process before asking questions.
Sit down. And Kelly's
Okay.
gonna take Max's hand if she can, because I'm not. Is Max physical or is Max ghostly like we are?
Feels physical. Max is ghostly like you are, but it feels physical.
Kelly's gonna take Max's hand and like pull him down to be beside Hunter and like take Hunter's hand and be like, just let us process.
Yeah, Max is just going to be sitting there holding Hunter and making sure that they're like, okay, he's gonna just sit there. So what is the solution?
Right now, the solution seems to be they've lost too much of their soul, so we can't put them back in their body. And it's not a solution, but it is maybe a step towards a solution. We might have to find other Hunter. And we still have to find the cauldron for several
reasons now.
Yeah, a laundry list of reasons that we can get into later, but
And
so we have to
where's
get
Wayne?
back into.
that's part of our list of things we have to do. Wayne is with his family right now, his adoptive family.
Okay, where is other Hunter?
With Ryan, I think back towards
They were going to Wiltford, they said.
yeah, which is that's not where is that where the Academium is?
It is. The Arcademium.
There you go.
It is north. It is near the base of the Fangs.
I was gonna say it's back towards the direction we were going anyway, because the cauldron and all that other stuff. But it's
Are they gonna survive this long?
I don't know, Max. It just happened. Like
When
I say
happened.
just.
We had enough time for a few questions and a sassy comment.
As long as they are not returned to their body, they'll exist like this.
Okay.
They won't fade from this world.
Does it hurt? Or are they in pain?
Would you like me to lie to you?
There we go.
I thought you couldn't lie.
I think she's being facetious. It's okay. Well, it's not okay, Max, but it's
going to be.
We have more important matters at hand.
With all due respect, your priorities as far as important things, not really a factor for us. We've already agreed to help. What she views as important or not is irrelevant.
What do you want? Help me get here.
I just told you, Max. I want to go home.
Okay. Rather than giving the cauldron to the Dagda, she wants us to give it to her.
Okay.
we still have to. We still have to go
Right.
find it. Which
Right, we still have to go get it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we never really made it. We know,
We've been derailed a few times.
So we leave here. We get Wayne. We go to Wiltford. We find Other Hunter. We find the cauldron.
We bring it back here.
I guess that is the question. Will we need to bring it all the way back here, or will you be able to, once we know where it is, find us now that. And Kelly gestures at Max.
Distance is not a problem, especially not once the cauldron is in your possession, though bear in mind to wield it almost certainly invite death upon yourself. Only one person has ever done that successfully and survived. It is a pure wellspring of magic from the bright. Too much for any mortal to handle, or perhaps nearly any mortal. I don't imagine my brother warned you of that fact.
No, just wanted us to bring it, but I was never really planning on doing that. And I was gonna. Well, I was gonna give it to him, but I was gonna give it to him after I fucked with it for a while. But I don't need to do that if I give it to you.
There is one more concern, one more task. Even with the power of the world cauldron, with all of the might of magic itself at your back, it will not be enough to kill us. Any one of us. We cannot be unmade. Which is why we were forced to leave this world behind and slumber for so long. There was no other option. A Danan cannot die.
You can be contained.
For a time. But if I want to go home, and if we are to be removed from this world entirely, locking us away is not going to be enough. The cycle will repeat itself. So there is only one solution. You will have to kill him. And in order to do that, you will have to turn him mortal. What I say to you now is known by no one else other than my family. But it has been done before.
What does it take?
Not. And therein lies your task. I don't know. None of us do. But through some means, one of my siblings became mortal. Took their own power away, transformed themselves. And they are out there somewhere. Only they know the secret to killing the Dagda.
Which sibling was this? Is this one whose name is even still known? Who?
They have had a great many names over the many, many years. But I think you would perhaps know them best by the name Dion. Dion Kecht.
You repeat that, please?
Dion Kecht. Diancecht.
Not one of the ones who I thought it could be, but spooked.
Morgan, you helped me come back home. We'll find this person. You'll see your homeland again.
It is the only hope that this world has. If you care for it, don't tarry.
We won't. That brings us in a bit of a circle back to why we came here in the first place. Tempest in this city. I need Tempest, but also this city has this city doesn't deserve to be made like this. This city has never been quiet in all the time I've been here, and it is so silent now. When we leave, are you? Will you?
I will. I will go elsewhere. Bide my time. He knows that I mean to oppose him. If he finds out where I am, well, I'll keep moving. As for the bird, the spirit, it has done what all beasts do when they sense the coming of war. They flee. It would take someone calling it back.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? You can do that, right, Kelly?
I can certainly try. I have no problem with trying anything. But I do think this might be a hindrance to my success rate.
I brought you here like this because I won't set foot in the world. He'd know where I am instantly. So this was the safest way for us to speak. I can return the rest of you to your forms, but not your friend. And I don't think it would benefit any of you if I returned Max.
No, if they are both like this, the dog won't be able to tell that they're gone, right?
Physically, Max is still exactly where we left him.
so Max, you'll be with Hunter, taking care of them. So, right, this will work out. We can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still help? Can I still go with you all?
You misunderstand. I cannot put your friend back into their body. But that leaves you with one empty vessel and one spirit with nowhere to go.
I don't know,
an
Max.
ethical dilemma.
Are you?
This is not the way I thought it was going to happen.
Being inside them? Yeah.
I feel like we might be overstepping some bounds with that.
I don't know.
They're asexual. That's known. we might be stepping on some toes here.
Max, are you going to be okay with not being so tall?
Also, potentially, maybe like a lot of voices. I don't know if that is part of the physical or part of the spiritual.
Great question.
I think Max is going to just look down at Hunter. And I think he's going to turn to the Morgan and ask if we do that, where would their soul go? Where can they be kept safe?
I will keep
if they
them with
can't come
me.
with us. Okay. And then I think Max just holds onto Hunter and says she is a little scary looking, but she has kept me safe. And she will keep my home safe too.
Hunter's eyes are still kind of glazed over, looking right through you. If there's any indication that they have heard what you have said, you don't see it.
We'll fix this. We'll do what we have to do. If they get upset about it, I won't be, I won't blame them. But I also don't want to stand around and do nothing.
I was gonna.
Also, Kira, height is a mindset. So
I was just gonna say,
maybe
Kira's.
for some people.
Oh,
correct.
so it is nice to have you back, Max. You keep it fresh.
I will be watching you. So when you are prepared to receive your friend's spirit, I will provide. In the meantime, I would use every resource at your disposal, everyone that you can reach out to try to find my lost sibling. They are the key. Without them and the secrets that they have learned, war will claim this place.
We'll find them.
Then I would say to you, go with my blessing, and my will be done. The last part kind of echoes, and then you find yourselves jerked out of Blackwing Tower. Open your eyes, and you are lying on the ground just outside the gates of Stormhold. Max.
What's good?
Hunter's strength is 12. Hunter's dexterity is 18. Hunter's constitution is 10.
Okay, let me read that one more
What's
time.
Hunter's height?
Hunter's height
It's
is
listed here.
6.
Hunter is taller than Kelly, so at least you got that going for you.
Hunter is taller than everyone as far as y'all are concerned.
How tall is Hunter, and how tall is Hunter in heels?
Asking the real questions.
Them boots.
And then I think you are kind of familiar with Hunter's gear, but Hunter's armor class is 17. Got a longbow, revolver, dagger.
+1.
Longbow +1. Yes.
Magic longbow.
I won't need it, right, DM?
I guess that depends if you decide to fight somebody. Hunter actually does have a revolver, which we know for sure because they used it in the fight against the horny murder ladies.
It is not a caster. It is a gun. It is the single most excited we ever got in a combat in Barrow.
I forgot about
the
that.
Man shot us, and we were like, "With bullets?"
How many bullets does it have, or does it have bullets? I can't remember.
There are 12 bullets listed on Hunter's character sheet. Wow. But I think they fired a few since this incarnation of it, so they've got a bunch of bullets.
Yeah, I would say it was the most exciting thing that happened to us. We were so hype about this gun.
Max, you stick your hand in his or their pocket and you pull out like a handful of bullets.
Just loose bullets.
So they are absolutely just loose bullets flopping around in that. In their little anime Vash coat.
Their Vash the Stampede coat? Yes, absolutely.
100%.
So snug.
So snug.
Okay, I'm gonna sit up from, where we're laying on the ground. Are there people in Stormhold?
There are people in Stormhold, but you don't know if, time has passed. The sun seems to be, in exactly the same position that it was. So you maybe, sense that you're getting a couple of weird looks but nobody seems to be like trying to use this particular gate at this exact moment. But you can see people kind of like wandering past you on the other side, maybe giving you some strange looks. But once you stand back up, they kind of shrug. And Stormhold is a place where people mind their own business.
I was gonna say Kelly's gonna stand up, look around, look at the others, and be like, I'm gonna call Tempest. I have to go get my letters. You can wait here. Or in case Wayne comes back, or Max, do you remember the bar with the big dog and Lindsay Ardane?
Where are we?
We're in Stormhold. Hi Max, we're in Stormhold. I need, if we're gonna put a question out for information, I think we need to find members of my old thieves guild.
There's a tailor shop in Stormhold, isn't there?
There is.
Okay.
There's a tailor shop. Stormhold is like not necessarily the seat. It's like the seat is like kind of divided between Calderon and Stormhold as like the two ends, because Calderon's the capital, but Stormhold is kind of like where it's the most lax. So it's kind of like, I guess, like the different philosophy seats of the organization are kind of situated there and there. But yeah, so it's like it would be either at the Rough and Tumble or the tailor shop to find somebody who we could start the process with. But
Okay.
But I'm gonna go to get my stuff. I know Max has been there. I don't think we took Max to this when we were in Calderon, or when we were in Stormhold. I don't think I took any of them to the tailor shop. So I know they know where the bar is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna send them there while I go get my letters before I try to commune with my bird.
Gotta go see a dog about a man.
No time to waste.
It's true. Kelly, where are your letters?
My letters are in the room that Kelly has in Stormhold, where we all stayed after we took the Henge Gate before we left. They are in a desk in there. It's not a big room. It's pretty much just the bed and the fireplace and the desk. Why, Will? Is
Just
somebody
wondering.
living in my room?
Oh. I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
I feel like
right.
you should know that well.
I do
Why would
distinctly
I know
remember.
that?
I do distinctly remember telling Carmen that Carmen better not have tried to move into my room, and Carmen was like, "No, I would never."
Okay.
But yeah, I want to get those because I think I'm going to need them in order to try to focus.
Cool. So it sounds like you're splitting up.
Yeah. Hey, where's Avalon?
That's true. Where is my baby?
I mean, with you.
Okay.
Unless you've, told them to go somewhere.
No. I mean, or are they just like Greyhound leaning over over our bodies?
Yeah, they're probably
just like...
the first thing you see when you open your eyes. Just that deer dragon face all up in your vision.
Why do this? Why fall?
This is the real reason why nobody's come out and stolen our stuff. Because they're just this Avalon's just like, hey. I don't think Kelly will tell Avalon where Avalon has to go in this moment. That'll be left up to their own devices. If they want to stay at the gate, go with Kelly, go with Max.
Okay.
I guess that's the question. Kira, are you going with Max or are you staying at the gate? For Wayne.
I will. You said the bar, right?
Yeah, the Rough and Tumble.
Okay. I know where the Rough and Tumble is. It's a go-to spot. I'll wait for Wayne.
Okay. And so as the three of you go your separate ways, we're going to take a break. Be back in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you real soon.
get migraines, and I was like, man, like my brain really hurts, and it's because I sat at the back of the class, and I was like, the whole time. I remember putting on glasses for the first time, and I was like, you can like see the leaves on a tree.
Dude,
So question.
Like,
exactly.
I went from like 480p to like 1080, and I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
So I guess this is a question. This is going to be a question that shows maybe again how weird Delaware is. Did you guys just not have your eye exams in school every year?
No, I did. I don't know how I
but
passed them.
they stop around like middle school or something like that, and
That's true.
I didn't get glasses until like the end of high school.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
we had hearing tests and eye exams.
No hearing test.
I remember those in like elementary school, but
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I don't even think the eye exams went all the way up to like 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Yeah.
Nah.
Also, I grew up in the ghetto, so they were like, "Hey, check your eyes, but not here. You gotta
Go somewhere else for that." Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So did your school when the bird flu came out and swine flu, did they vaccinate you at school?
What?
At
No.
school?
I don't think schools
so.
are allowed to
People
vaccinate
just
you.
went around and started coughing and saying swine flu.
In
No, we got-
Florida?
Yeah,
We got-
Florida.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
No, they
Yeah, the
came.
Florida
They came to
contingent is strongly represented tonight.
Oh yeah.
no when
Today.
when swine flu was going around in Delaware, because I will never not be furious about this. They came and they were giving everyone the vaccines, but they were going alphabetically, and I will never not be mad about the fact that I got swine flu the day before S was supposed to get their vaccine. So I had swine flu, and I will tell you, swine flu was, as someone who has had both COVID and swine flu felt worse. It was terrible. But yeah, you guys' schools didn't just come to vaccinate you?
No.
No.
Raph, did they do that in schools in the UK when you were
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid,
when you were in primary?
when I was in primary, when I was in primary at Maryberry Elementary.
Yeah.
That's gotten better. You really adopted the accent there.
Dude,
really
I can actually do it
good.
now. I can do it now without Summer's like cringing. Except for when I do a London accent, he actually like has had to sit me down and be like, "Please don't do that because it's too good," and he hates people who talk like that. So he's like, "I need you to never do that in front of me."
What you mean, babe?
Yeah, like he's like, "You can't do that even as a joke because it literally makes my skin itch. Like I hate it."
Oh, that's incredible.
It's great.
Fantastic. Hey, Corey. What's up?
Yeah.
Why?
What? What do you mean?
Why?
What's the problem?
It's no problem.
Okay.
I don't have any problems. I got no problems
All
whatsoever.
right, well, all right, fair enough.
You're currently like in the SpongeBob movie when they're on
David Hasselhoff, yeah, between his pecs. I feel like I could get launched to the moon with these bad boys.
Honestly, it's stretching enough to the point where like it doesn't look ridiculous. Like it doesn't look like it's being distorted, but also I'm not that broad.
No way.
Like
I've
it's
seen this
stretching me
guy.
just a little bit.
No way. I've seen this guy IRL.
It's a lot more calming than the than all the little ceramic
bright
masks.
red.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
WWE wrestler over here.
bright red.
I
Juni
just
face.
I don't know where everyone
the
else
grounding.
is in Video Ninja, but if Q just like scooted down a little bit, then Q then
No, it doesn't. That's not the layout for me.
Am I on top of Corey for anyone? Do I have to like
no, for Corey, it's
funny.
it's
You
the
fucking
general
wish, buddy.
screen.
God
You
damn
got
it.
Max Miller's physique over here. You wish you could just slide on in.
No, right now we're playing a game called Max Become Twink right now, so I'm
It's
ready.
true. It's true.
Max
It's
becomes
Twink
Twink,
Simulator.
destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, it's just a little Twink simulator. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Twink simulator. I mean, that's just LFTA. But anyway.
True.
Anyway, let's get back into it. And I think where we are going to get back into it a little ways outside of Stormhold, actually, in the Highland Hills, where we are going to rejoin Wayne Hovacek,
Me.
separate from the rest of the group, because you happen to come upon a collection of the people who raised Wayne when he first arrived here in Anoon, who were in the process of peering into the future. That strange ability that is possessed by them, where they can kind of echolocate and then read what bounces back off of the futures. The many myriad possible futures. There's never any guarantee that what they hear or see is going to come to pass, but they're rarely 100% incorrect either. And when the rest of your group was pushing on, Wayne, your brother, Kaj, told you that the things that he had shared with you could potentially be made more clear if you stayed longer. Gave them more time to focus on the keening, as it's called. And so, unless you think otherwise, imagine you've mostly just been standing by while they sing the song.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of letting them. I think Wayne has a certain reverence for it. Like Wayne is the way that he is solely because of this ritual. So he's, relaxing. Just trying to meditate, but he's like really bad at meditating. So he's got Borkus by his side. He's just like petting Borkus. Like when he like kind of gets up to walk around, Borkus is almost like a support animal. He's like laying across Wayne's legs as he's like crisscross applesauce. He's like, I just gotta sit here and wait. Just gotta sit here and wait.
And it takes a while. It seems like it. They are consumed in singing that song for a very long time. An hour goes by. And you know that sometimes these things take days, but after an hour or so, almost as one, the keening stops. They all fall silent. All of the Daidai that are gathered around. And without saying much to each other at all, seems like they begin gathering their things, getting ready to leave. Like the keening is complete. I think among them, you'd notice your family starting to pack their things up and among everybody else. But do you approach them or do you wait for them to come to you before they leave?
I wait.
Okay.
I wait.
And I think seeing you standing there while your family is packing up, Kaj is going to kind of say something to them, get an affirmative, and then walk over to you. His expression is a little bit hard to read, but if you want, you could roll an insight check.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why?
You're good at that.
This is gonna be loud. It's 14. Insight is that wisdom? -1, so 13.
Okay. 13's not bad. 13's not bad.
Not
And I think
bad.
because this is your brother, you know that he is, you know him well enough to be able to tell when he seems to be concerned. But he makes his way over to you. And as he does so, he says, "We are complete. Done here."
So what do I get to know? I know this is very, sacred to you guys, and last time the information you gave me 10 years ago pretty much drastically changed the future of my life, and I like to think my life has changed the future of the world to some degree. So what do I get to know?
When you were living with us, did we ever explain to you what a variation is? A variance?
Maybe explain it to me again.
It's rare. It does not happen very often, but sometimes when we sing, things are changing too quickly for us to get an accurate understanding. This usually happens in small ways, things that are largely inconsequential, but occasionally it means that whatever is about to happen is a turning point. But it could go one way, it could go another way. There are too many possibilities for us to see all of them.
So I imagine there's some sort of anchor, like one central point, and then everything kind of drifts from there. What is the anchor in this situation? What leads to 1,000 different variances? Pet bird?
You don't hear that?
Yeah. Who is
Cockatiel?
mad?
I mean, it's on my end, but like, I'm impressed that it's loud enough to go through the noise gate, I guess. Oh yeah, it's loud as fuck. I don't know where it is.
That bird is furious.
Yeah,
That bird
real
is
mad.
big mad. Yeah.
It's still going too. It's like,
Is that bird in your home?
no, and all the
Oh.
windows are closed. That's how pissed
That
this bird is.
mad.
I don't know what's going on. But anyway, Jesus Christ, bird.
Some fucking Raven Queen shit right there.
Yeah, truly. It's probably not coming through on stream. Actually, that's probably the confusing part. You're probably just hearing it in the Video Ninja call. That's fine. Everybody,
Should we recreate it real quick for the audience?
yeah, please. Could somebody do their best imitation of what it sounds like?
Hey, Raph. Absolutely not. Hey, Raph. Hey, Raph. Hey, Raph. See, remember I said absolutely not? I meant it. I meant that. You gotta stop.
Okay, it is coming through on stream a little bit. Maybe that was just Raph, though. Maybe that was just everybody hearing Raph.
It's like a mixture of that and like.
No, it's fully in outside my house, and it's not going anywhere apparently. So we're just gonna keep pressing on. But Cash meets your gaze, Wayne, and says, "You, everything hinges on you and your friends.
could we stop this war? I mean, last time you told me that we're looking at overflowing bloodshed, the rendering of the earth below our feet. Is that one of those variances that may not need to happen, or is that one kind of an inevitability?
Something has changed. When something has shifted in the Keening, there was war, there was bloodshed, and something fundamentally changed. And now, anything could happen.
Well, I suppose that's good to know that we have some sort of freedom to create our own future. I suppose this last one is selfish. Did you see me in Ohio still?
In some,
Was I alone?
in some.
It's kind of amazing that the future is so up to change that even this, huge, this vast sea of Daide can't see it. It's kind of amazing in itself.
It's kind of terrifying, Wayne.
I suppose so.
People are scared. They know that something is coming. Something that threatens the safety and the balance of our entire world. But Wayne, when you first came here, we sang. And we saw your destiny. It was easy because it was so clear. So I need you to understand what I mean when I say that. Everything has changed.
Well, I only have what power I have and what hope that I have because of, the experience I had when I got here. And I feel like it would be a waste to lose that hope. So I think I'm just going to keep believing that everything's going to turn out all right, and do what I can to make that happen, with the assurance and knowledge and 100% belief that everything is going to be all right. And I will make sure of that fact.
I don't know if I ever told you this before, but sometimes it's nice to have a brother that can't see the future.
Yeah, that seems like a terrible burden. I mean, it seems like it would be really difficult to live your day-to-day life kind of sort of knowing what's going to come next. I mean, it's great for me because I know everything. I'm, going to be great. But yeah, it seems like it'd be a really, challenging thing to live your life with. I'm pretty glad that I don't, have that as well. But I appreciate what you and my family have done for me. And I can only, take it each day as it comes. And again, just live my life with hope. Sort of a double-edged sword.
At the very least, it makes it difficult to hope for the best. But for you, I will do my best.
And I think Wayne takes him by the shoulders and just looks him, dead in the eye. Everything will be all right. I will make sure of that. Have 100% hope and faith. There is nothing else to fear. Knowing that there are a million different iterations that could happen, know that there is one that will happen in which we succeed. That's how I'll live every day of my life. And we're family, so I'm sure it wouldn't be so hard for you either.
Pulls you into a hug and, claps you on the back a couple of times. Much the same way that he did before and after every Gritsky game you ever played together. And he leads you back over to your family where they're kind of in the process of packing things up. They also embrace you and they tell you how much they love you and how much they're proud of you. And that, but you can see that same sort of guarded concern on each of their faces. And then it's time for them to move on. All of the other Daide have started to disperse, and most of them trekking back up towards the mountains, across the hills, which just leaves you to take the lonely walk to Stormhold. And I think it is only once you get within eyeshot that you see Kira standing outside of the gates waiting for you.
I'd say Wayne, bursts into a jog. It's not like sprinting or anything like that, but it's kind of time to get on with the adventure here. Kira, I know I haven't been gone long, but I'm sure like a bunch of crazy stuff has happened, as per usual. Is everything all right? Is everybody still alive and not been turned into leaves or sucked into the earth or split in half or?
So it's a funny story, actually.
Always is.
Not funny at all, really.
Never is.
So we were drawn into the Raven Queen's realm.
Okay.
So here we'll cut to the chase. Hunter's soul is not all there. So they're staying with the Raven Queen while Max is in Hunter's body, and we're gonna go get the cauldron to give to the Raven Queen so that she can go home.
So we've got like another hunter then, essentially. So I mean, it's kind of
so the hunter, other hunter, and then so hunter, and the other hunter.
Hunter, other hunter, Max Hunter.
Hunter X Hunter X Hunter.
Yeah, X Max. Well, Hunter Max Hunter. There we go.
Hunter cubed.
There we go. We got there. We got there.
New fan fictions.
Right. Also, we need to find one of the gods that gave up their divinity.
Okay. Well, I have some news as well. As you can imagine, there was some future seeing going on.
Yeah.
I left off in that we really don't know what's going to happen. It seems as though there is a huge variation of many different futures that could happen. But there are a couple things that stood out that are, I think, more complicated now with what's happened with Hunter and Max. One that was really stood out was Hunter standing over Max's dead body. So now I wonder which hunter we're dealing with and also which max we're dealing with. That being said, on a generous read, Hunter is hopefully mourning Max's death. But on a more realistic interpretation of that vision from what I saw, it seemed like he may have been the cause of it, but I only saw it for a moment. The other thing that I kind of noted was I saw myself back in Ohio at times, which was nice, and I saw you. And all of this was very much lacking in context, but the overwhelming feeling that I had was sadness and acceptance. And I wasn't sure if I was feeling that or if you were feeling that. But either way, it was a difficult one to experience. And the last big one was war, which we kind of expected. But it was bad. It was worse than anything I've ever seen or expected. And one time back in Barrow, I saw myself on a battlefield getting my arm ripped off. So it was even worse than that. So that says something.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I feel like there was a lot on both sides to unpack.
Yeah.
We can definitely come back to those. Right now we're gonna go to the rough and tumble. Kelly's gone to grab some things, and then we're gonna try and summon Tempest.
Okay, it's gonna be a big day then.
Yeah, a big day, and then another, and then another. Yeah. But yeah, we have Max in Hunter's body, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I suppose so. He's gonna be like, is he like salty that he's like way shorter? I bet he is. I bet he said, what did he say? Height is a mindset. That's just what short people say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People without that mindset say that. That is no, for sure.
Oh
yeah, that's exactly what he said. Yeah, but we should get going.
He didn't.
Make sense. You could look around maybe and maybe find Hunter some like taller than average like Vans, you know, that have like the thick. So
they do make platform Converse now, which are kind of horrific looking, but they do exist.
They're bad.
We pass over those and get the platform Crocs and just like, yep, those are it right there.
Okay, gang. You're
Those
cutting a little too close to home here.
Starting to feel personal.
It's starting to feel like you're not talking about Hunter. You know what I mean?
100%. So, Kira, you and Wayne start making your way to the Rough and Tumble to catch up with Mantor or Hackster. Vote in chat.
Put up a poll.
I got you. Hold on.
Thank you so much. We've missed the polls. Nobody's been doing polls. Well, you've been gone. You've been to the Rough and Tumble before, Wayne. Kira, you've probably been there too, but you weren't with the rest of this group when you went. Rough and Tumble is a very large, mostly open tavern. The walls, I think, are sliding, kind of like barn doors for the most part, so that it can be opened up when the weather is nice, which is fairly rare in Stormhold, but they have different definitions of nice weather anyway. Currently, though, I think they are closed because as you move through Stormhold, you can tell that there's kind of a solemn air to this place now. People are, because it is still quieter, and people here are still a little more guarded, it appears. They still, excuse me. People here are still a little more guarded. It appears as you move through, people aren't really meeting your eyes, which in Stormhold is kind of unusual, even if normally the eye contact is aggressive. It's kind of like an open sort of like challenge to step up. But right, but people aren't even doing that now. They're mostly just like minding their own business, keeping their eyes down as you move throughout. The shocking. I think we've run into that exact problem many times before, actually. So as you enter the rough and tumble, it's not nearly as crowded or as raucous as it has been in the past, but you still see a familiar, enormous, lumbering form curled up on the far end by the hearth. Recognize Rodney, the dire corgi. And other than that, it appears to be much unchanged.
Rodney liked Hunter, right?
More or less. It was a little hard to tell, I think. But Hunter can speak with animals, which I think Max can also do. Like, you don't have access to Hunter's magic, but I think you can also speak to animals.
Max can speak to animals.
Right.
But not bugs.
Not bugs.
Not fucking bugs, dude. Fuck me.
Well, Rodney's not a bug, so
that's true.
So
he's got a bug spirit.
It's true. Is that what they find when they walk in?
Rodney
talking to Rodney.
Yeah. Just chatting, shooting the shit.
Sure, yeah.
Also looking for, who am I supposed to be looking for? Lindsay Ardane? Lindsay, what's his name?
No, Ardane? I mean, Lindsay Ardane was here last time you were here, but Lindsay Ardane is kind of useless in your current predicament, and also in general.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. I only said that to remind Max of where to go.
Oh, right.
Not that you actually need.
My intelligence is still -1.
I was going to say, if Max interprets that as I need to find Lindsay Ardane specifically.
I really need to find Lindsay.
Incredible.
I think we're going to beat him up for information. I'm not totally sure, to be honest. But
at the very least, we're going to take his lunch money.
Yeah, at the very least. He's going to buy us a drink, and then we're going to beat him up. Yeah.
So are you asking Rodney where to find Lindsay Ardane?
Yeah, just if he's seen him around.
Wow. Which one's that?
What does
he smell like?
Probably ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's usually drunk, if I remember correctly. You know, for someone that comes from a rich family, he doesn't he kind of stinks. You know, you think they'd have like fancy soaps or something, but
all right. You know, I think I remember. I think I know who you're talking about. But I think last time he was here, he was going through a pretty hard time. Maybe we should cut him some slack.
I don't remember that. So
yeah, because right, his whole home had disappeared.
Yeah, well, it's back now. So
right. Did you look for him there? That's where I would be. If that was my home, if I lived there, that's where I would be right now.
Well, he kind of doesn't. He doesn't always live there.
Because this is my home. This is where I live.
Right.
So he's probably at his home.
And it's a great home. So you haven't seen him then?
I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of people.
Okay. And then we just kind of sit in silence and I give him some scritches.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, hold on now. If you're going to scritch me, then maybe something's going to come back. Maybe
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
remember things a lot better when somebody's rubbing my belly.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, right. Yes,
Mm.
that's a good spot right there. Yes.
Why? By the way, does Hunter's body have the bark skin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I call that forward, or is that just like stable where it is?
It's always on these days, but your armor class is higher. I think it's a 16. I think you always have an armor class of 16, even if you don't have armor on, but you do have armor.
Okay, cool.
So,
I use the bark skin, especially to like get in them deep crevices.
I think the thing with Hunter and the voices happened after Max left, so there's more bark than I think you're used to seeing.
oh yeah, true. Yeah.
You are very barky.
Yeah, Hunter's
And it looks good.
Well, that tree stuff. That's great. Yeah, keep scratching right there. Yes.
So Lindsay.
Right. Yeah, something's starting to come back to me. Yeah, he was here yesterday. I think he maybe got a room upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get that spot where like the dog starts kicking, and I'm like, which room?
He starts kicking, and the bartender calls out, like, "What? Stop it!"
Sorry, I'm just helping a friend.
No, that spot. Don't have the money to remodel that wall again. So it's the one with like it's a squiggly line that curves at the bottom, and then it's the squiggly line that curves at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Heard. Yes, chef. That's 22. You're talking about room 22. I understand.
Okay. It was I don't know what that is. A 22. Right. Do you want anything else?
What would Hunter do? Bows.
Hunter would probably keep scratching me.
Oh.
Now that I think about it.
Fuck. Oh wait. Hunter doesn't curse, right? Shit. Fuck. Wait. Damn it. Anyway. Yeah.
Right. Cool. So that's what you find, Wayne and Kira, when you walk into the rough and tumble, is just Hunter scratching the belly of this giant corgi.
Like rubbing the bark back against his belly.
Having fun?
Yo, what's up? Oh, Wayne, look! I'm Hunter!
Wayne like makes it a point to like lean down to like get like Hunter's eye level. It's so nice to see you, Max, and you look good. Have you been working out?
Thanks.
It's true. Max is getting a whole new perspective. He's never seen any of his friends' noses before.
Hey, Wayne!
Hey, Wayne!
All right.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Did you have fun with our little furry friend?
His name's Rodney. 1. 2. Not only did we have fun, I did find out where Lindsay Ardain is. Room 22.
Were we looking for Lindsay?
Are we beating him up? We're planning on
I
beating him
thought
up
so.
then? Stealing his lunch. At the very least, we're gonna steal his lunch money. If I'm taking anything from Kelly's last interaction with Lindsay Ardain and every interaction with Lindsay Ardain is we should probably take his money.
We should probably take his money.
And at least like if we're not
his home is back. He has nothing to be sad about.
Yeah, if we're not gonna physically abuse him, we should probably at least, take some jabs at his, mental or emotional state, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He seemed to like that when Kelly did it.
Obviously, I think it's like a thing. I learned it from you, Mom.
I have a lot of questions, I think. None of them I want answers to, you know?
Hmm.
Okay, so
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
guys, what are we doing? I'm gonna go grab a drink.
That's a great question.
Anyone
I was
else?
mostly waiting around to see if you're going to pull Lindsay Ardane out of his room and beat him up.
I'm Max is kind of like side-eyeing Wayne, looking up.
Not what I meant at all.
Looking up
Poor
2
Lindsay.
feet.
Poor
Wait,
Lindsay.
where's Kelly? Because Kelly knows how to deal with Lindsay Ardane. Kelly knows how to really shake him down. Because I think if we were to try and shake him down, he'd keep like the 2 gold that's in his sock. If we want to really, milk him for all he's got, we should probably get Kelly.
Do you think he has like a fake finger?
I'm almost positive we don't need to go get Lindsay.
I think he's got a fake belly button that he treats like a piggy bank. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't think we need Lindsay. We're waiting on Kelly to go get her letters.
So it sounds like you're going to have a drink and hang out with Rodney until Kelly gets back.
I'm gonna have a water.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a milk.
Makes sense. I don't know why. I just feel like Hunter's lactose intolerant.
Oh, yeah.
They're vegan, right?
Yeah,
They're vegetarian. I don't know if they've ever specified veganism directly.
I
But
mean,
also, I don't know if it's ever come up.
No, I don't think it has.
Yeah. Well, okay. At brunch, did they ever eat eggs?
I don't remember. They just give me lactose intolerant energy.
If I create food and water, could Hunter eat like whatever they wanted? Because it'd be magic milk.
That's a great question.
Magic.
Well, if they're
magic
lactose
meat.
intolerant now.
Magic
Kelly.
eggs.
Yeah.
The Max Wayne combo.
It's back.
Dangerous duo.
It's back.
That -1 wisdom, -1 int, it just creates a vicious cycle.
I did have a thought. They grew up in the 80s. I don't think lactose intolerance was a thing in the 80s.
It's fair.
So Hunter just had tummy aches all the time.
No.
Oh my god.
They were very brave.
They were so brave.
So sad.
Kelly. The door swings open as you look into the apartment where you used to live. The closest thing you've really had kind of to a permanent home since you've been here in Noon. And it looks largely undisturbed. There's like a layer of dust over things like you would expect there to be. You don't see any sign that anyone's been here since the last time you were.
Okay. She's not gonna like linger too much on this. She just needs to get the letters because she doesn't have any kind of like physical thing to connect her to Tempest. That was never something she received when she. So the only thing she really has that she can think of to use in a situation like this is the letters, because the letters are the reason why she went into Barrow in the first place, and that's what. And then chain of events, that's why she escaped Barrow with Tempest. So she's looking for those to use them as some kind of focus object, because otherwise she doesn't have anything. She doesn't really know what she's doing, but she feels like that is probably necessary.
I think that's fair.
It's like, just from watching everybody else seems to have a thing that they focus through. So she just goes over to the desk to find the bundle of letters that are with the green embroidery thread.
And they're there.
Right. She gets them puts them back into her bag, and then she is off to gather the others and probably see who in the rough and tumble that she recognizes as members of the crew, and then if she doesn't recognize any of them, probably stop at the tailor shop before on their way out of Stormhold, because I don't know if we should do this in Stormhold necessarily.
I think that's fair.
Because I don't know what will happen. And I feel like that would be an irresponsible thing to do, to just, try to summon a really big bird in the middle of town.
100%. 100%. 1 second. Okay. Kelly.
Yep.
You move for the door of your room and you pause because you are a very experienced thief and highway person. And you hear a floorboard creak on the other side of the door. You see like a shadow from under the door jamb. You are able to figure out that somebody is standing on the other side.
I'm gonna take like a half step back from the door and get definitely get my one of my butterfly knives out. Ready for that shit. Does it seem like they are going to, I guess she's not going to wait very long if they don't come in.
Okay.
So if they don't come in, she will kind of she will open the door, but she is visibly armed and ready.
They don't make a move to come in, but if you are waiting, I think you would hear one knock at the door.
Okay. So Kelly will, I think she reaches forward and she kind of does that thing where you like open the door really fast, like flings it open and takes like a step back so that it's like nobody can like use the door to like get in between anyone or hit anyone in the face with it. She just flings it open and is like, whoomst.
Take a step back with your knife out, and standing on the other side, recognize the extremely tall and wiry form of Lord Corvid Blackwing.
Oh.
His hair is long, graying, thinning for sure, but his cheekbones are still just as sharp. They have the double scars across each side, like he's been stabbed through the cheek and out the other side. And he wears the same garments that you've mostly seen him in everywhere you've been. He doesn't look startled or surprised when you throw the door open, but I think you notice that one hand shot to the hilt, the very ornate hilt of the sword that he wears at his side. Didn't pull it out or anything, just grasping like around the pommel.
I can respect that. I mean, we've both lived in this city long enough. Kelly very like visibly and deliberately like flicks the knife closed and like lowers her hand. She doesn't put the knife away, but she does like lower her hand and she says, sir, I wasn't sure if you were still in the capital or not, honestly.
I had been until very recently. So you've returned.
Yes and no. It's just a stop along the way. We have to keep going. We're not finished.
What brings you back to Stormhold?
We were called tempests. I need to find Tempest. We need their help with what comes next.
You mean to call the Thunderbird back?
I do.
Then we have business.
Just us, or should I get the others?
I imagine they'll watch. But you'll be the only one facing me.
Business.
Our laws are very clear, Miss Violet. Whosoever calls the Thunderbird will be Lord or Lady of Stormhold.
I will meet you there then.
And he stares into your eyes. His piercing, gray, storm cloud eyes. And inclines his head ever so slightly. Turns away, cloak sweeping behind him. And leaves. Leaving you standing there in the doorway of your apartment.
I didn't want to do this in the city.
And I think that's where we're going to end this episode of Class Reunion.
Wow.
Yeah.
An early ending here.
Our new time frame is 11 to 2, according to what I
gotcha.
wrote down.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, that's the same
Yeah.
time frame. Oh my
Yep.
god.
Wow.
Yep. Boy, oh
You
boy.
can't hurt Papa.
I don't have Papa just has to yield then. But also I have to actually succeed in well, I guess that'll be the question. Do I have to fight him and then summon Tempest, or do I have to summon Tempest and then fight him?
You gotta fight him.
You gotta fight him.
You gotta fight him for the right.
You gotta fight him.
Let's see what buffs I
You gotta
have.
fight for your right. To summon an all-knowing
Big Bird's mine.
Listen,
Oh.
I promise. Kelly has no interest in hurting Lord Blackwing. So don't worry, Raph. She's gonna need a proxy because we gotta leave immediately. I can't just stay here and be the lady of Storm.
Can you, what is the word, have a champion fight for you? I wonder.
I don't think they'll let. That's kind of
Mm.
against the rules.
Yeah, I don't know if that's.
It's
Put
fine.
Max in there.
Max is
is
Hunter?
maybe not,
No.
yeah.
Max, wrestle him.
God.
Like Max can.
Just
We've established that Max can summon Gallows, but Max's strength is currently 12.
That's higher than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
What do you mean? Got something to say?
That's rough, buddy. If you reverse those numbers, you would have the same strength score as Wayne.
That's true.
21.
When they
Haven't thought of that in a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, I could cast Bless.
There you go.
That's a thing.
That's a
I
thing.
can cast.
Oh, do ceremony.
I can't
Stuff.
cast shit.
What
Who's
if
getting married?
Kelly
There's a lot of things you
eventually?
could do. Funeral
yeah.
rites,
Kelly
dedication,
has a very full agenda of things she has to do now.
coming of age, Maybe.
Oh, that's such a fun one.
Oh, the quince ceremony.
The
Mm,
quinceañera
Yeah.
spell.
Bat mitzvah for me.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we had a lot of fun here today.
We
This
did
has
have
been
a lot of fun.
This has been our Saturday morning cartoon class reunion era. Welcome back, Raph. The gang's almost all
Thanks.
here. And then we'll see.
Is JD gonna be back for next game?
Yeah, at least as far as I've heard.
And I'm gonna be in their body?
Mm-hmm.
Will likes to make things complicated for himself.
It's
It's all good.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we're just having fun.
well, you put the baby in the basket.
Down the river.
In this particular case, Hunter's the basket. So that's...
We did confirm that Max is baby girl. So
Did confirm
Oh,
that.
that's
If one thing came out of Class Reunion Independent Study, it's that Max is baby girl.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. All right. Well, on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and call it here for our first Saturday morning session. We'll go around. We'll do our introductions and
Sleeping.
baby.
He's been
The
sleeping so
tiny
well.
thing.
Honey,
He
don't
knew
start.
he knew that it was time for his cameo,
Uh-huh.
his appearance.
He's here to be a problem on purpose.
Yeah, he is. He's considering what to do. Don't step on the computer. Don't do it.
All right. Well, we'll go in the same order. Whatever people have going on, whatever they want to talk about, go for it. Which means Raph, you're up first.
hello. I'll wait for that.
Dear
I'm Raph. I played. What did we vote on? Maxter?
I think Maxter won.
That's too bad. I was hoping Muntax would win, but
I voted for Huntax.
I also
Huntax? I voted for
Huntax.
Muntax.
I like that one.
This
I
sounds like a
didn't vote.
Pokemon.
Does.
Muntax! Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably like a mud, like a sloppy little mud Pokemon. I don't know.
It's just
Sloppy.
it's literally Munchlax spelled slightly differently.
Do
I
that
forgot
for me
about that
one
one.
more time. Do that for me one more time, Raph. Please.
Yeah, well, what does it sound like?
Anyway, no, that's a Patreon exclusive. Yeah. Okay, so I haven't done this in a long time. Just kidding, I did it last week, but I forgot. What do I have going on? Not much. So catch me 2 Saturdays. I'm back. Get your favorite cereal, get your favorite Lunchable, and get ready for Saturday Times. And then next, also Saturday, because you all are also accommodating and so kind. Times, let me think, because I have to think 5 hours behind me. I believe at 1 p.m. Saturday, next Saturday, 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 to 3 p.m. I believe. We'll be back for session 2 of what did you call it? A season.
The reason of Secrets and
A
Shadows.
reason of Secrets and Shadows.
You changed it, and I hate that.
Secrets of Thrados.
I
Yeah,
did change it. I didn't even do that on purpose.
Right. It was a season
Three
of
crit?
3 crits.
It was a season of
yeah.
3 crits.
Three
but also,
crits. That's even
you could
better. A
do
season of 3 crits
threeson.
and a threeson of 3 crits and 3
Thrados.
Of Thrados. Of Thrados. No.
Anyway,
No.
I will be in that. It's funny because Carmen is like Max came out of something like growth, love, care. Carmen, similar vibes. Both of my characters are
Untrue.
flying right now, and that is not a lie.
I won't let you lie to these people.
That's it.
Carmen's fine.
Delusion is not a good look.
Anyway.
You couldn't even get through that.
My-
You couldn't even get through that.
Denial
Chrissy.
is a river in Egypt.
Chrissy, who is joining the one table of Season of Secrets and Shadows, has been watching through it and has been texting me with some of their favorite hits. And they had one that I said that I was really proud of that I'd completely forgotten about. I don't remember. I'm trying to scroll back, but I don't think I can get to it in time. But
I
it
can
was,
guarantee you it's something about bullying, Carmen.
It was like, oh, here it is. Here it is. I don't know what I expected, but you always managed to disappoint, Carmen Deloso.
Anyway, if you think Max is a little bit of a pathetic baby girl, wait until you meet Carmen. Yeah, and then that's it. That's not true, Cass. What do you mean? Carmen's thriving. Anyway, besitos.
Besitos. If it makes you feel any better, I did say that I can only get away with being that sassy because Raph likes being bullied. So
I do enjoy it. It's fun.
Julia.
Hello. So I've been Kelly Violet. You can find me at Hexwet on all social media platforms. I now am only hanging around here every other Saturday. Every other Sunday is Lyra Kroll. And every other Thursday as Lavinia Hale. So if you would like to see any variation of just women who want to fight God, that's what you'll see. Or as my sister put it so aptly this morning, just feral folk heroes. Take your pick. Take your pick of which one you want.
I'm not saying anything. Corey.
I've been Corey as Wayne Hovacek, the former greatest Gretzky player of all time. I am going to drop some new content on X later tonight that you need to be looking out for. The good thing is that since we're doing it earlier, I'll drop it a little bit earlier. I'll drop it at 3:00 a.m. So just keep your notifications on. If anything, I'd recommend just like keep refreshing my X page. So you'll see me on X videos later tonight. I also stream the same video on Instagram Reels. So catch me on live. So I'll be live on X videos tonight at 3. Keep your notifications on, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your mouth open. Love.
Cut him off.
Close your mouth.
Love is love. Back to you, Daddy Mommy.
Sometimes I'm about to cut him off, and then he says something that I like agree with, and I'm like, oh wait, no, never mind.
What was that?
He peppers it in.
Pep, pep, pep.
Pep, pep, pep. Hello, hi, my name is Will. I'm one of the storytellers and the organizers here live from the apocalypse, and I ran this game today. Gonna be an adjustment getting used to this Saturday time slot. It's early to be running a game on a Saturday, but other than that, there are some exciting things happening this week. Most notably, is it Monday? Is there something happening on Monday? Do I have to talk about anything on Monday? No. Monday is Thy Kingdom Come. I'll plug that. If you want to check that out, that's the Urban Shadows game that happens 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. You can catch JD in that, along with a bunch of other folks that you probably recognize. And then Tuesday is the premiere of Nephilim Tenebris, the near future gritty sci-fi game that I'm going to be running. Q is going to be playing in it. You're going to recognize a bunch of other faces, and there are also some new faces in there who have not done much on the channel before, if anything. It's going to be a really good time. I'm very excited about it. I've been getting DMs all week. There's been a lot of backstory talk, a lot of things going on. Just check it out. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be here running that. Cryptic Community College, I believe, is recording the final episodes of Season 2 on Wednesday, unless something happens, unless we have to reschedule, which is very possible with Cryptic Community College. But if we're not rescheduling 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch us recording the end of Season 2, and then it's going to be edited and released as a podcast. And hopefully that should happen pretty quickly, because I know it's been edited like as we've been going as well. So I think they're just going to have to finish some stuff up. Never Embers Enigma is on Thursday. Edward Enigma's Member is on Thursday. And then I think that's everything we have to talk about. Season of Secrets and Shadows, Threeson of Secrets and Shadows is going to be on Saturday, which has already been talked about, and I think that's everything. So that's it. That's everything that I have to talk about. You can find me on social media at @AWillMScream. I don't know which ones I'm going to be using. We'll find out. Follow along for the adventure, and probably thirst traps. I don't know. And other than that, I think that's everything that I have to talk about, which means I'm going to turn over to Q.
Probably my ass. Anyway.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Q. You can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at midnight_INQ. Q is my name. I'm sure you get it. So I'm playing in a couple of things. Don't worry about it. So we'll go chronologically. Tomorrow, Sunday, you can catch me over on RPGs Uncovered. We are playing a Lancer game called Starcrier. I'm playing Logan Ohura, call sign Desperado. And then on Tuesday, I will be yes, but not the same gay cowboy. Different vibes. Not the same. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I like space cowboys. Anyway, Tuesday I will be playing Cassidy Star Runner. My neon gay cowboy. It's fine. Let's say on what you call it, Nephilim. There we go. Then not this Thursday. I'm doing too much. The alternate Tuesdays from Nephilim, I am over on Entropy Emporium doing They Call Us Villains, which is the Masks horror game that JD is running. And then those same Thursdays, I will be here for Redacted, also with JD. I've got more projects in the works, but, other than that, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Too many words.
Understandable. Only other thing that I forgot to talk about is Academy H. There'll be a new episode out tomorrow. I'm literally going to finish it right after we get off of this call. So it's going to be good. You can check it out around noon, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll post about it, I'm sure. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and call it here and go and enjoy the rest of our Saturdays, and then you should go enjoy the rest of your Saturdays. There are some social media links, and you can join the Discord community if you're so inclined. It's a great place full of great people. We'd love to have you be a part of it. Some stuff coming up in the Discord. I think there are going to be more community nights, and I think we're working on a PowerPoint thing, but I haven't heard any more details about that. So
my sister has been working on her PowerPoint about why Dracula's a bitch.
Does that need a whole PowerPoint?
She's very passionate about how
Which
Dracula's a
Dracula?
bitch.
Is it every Dracula?
She wrote. She's really just adapting an essay that she wrote in college about why Dracula's a bitch. So she's very passionate about it.
Well, I'm very excited about it. And if you want to know, you got to join the Discord so you can find out when we're doing that. All right. Other than that, we'll have to figure out the Saturday thing because there's nobody for us to rate. So we're just going to go ahead and call it. So I guess say goodnight, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Everybody.
Good day. Good night, everybody.
You got to go to bed now. Good night.
Go to bed.